defined a truss as assembly of 1D skeletal members which are straight, connected only at ends by frictionless pins and supported by either a roller support or a hinge support. And they are loaded only at joints. And we assume that the self-weight of the truss is neglected. Are you with me till this point? Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Now let's march ahead. Now, what is the consequence of that? So, what is the consequence of a structure satisfying all these conditions, or of a structure being truss, is what we will discuss immediately. And for that matter, we will look at problem number 46. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So, is this structure satisfying all the conditions that are mentioned here? Is it an assembly of 1D straight skeletal members? Yes. Are they
Yes.
connected only at ends? Yes. Therefore, when I say they are connected at ends, I am saying that FD is a separate member and DA is a separate member. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is separate member and this is separate member. Similarly, AE is a separate member and EG is a separate member. So then they are connected only at ends. By frictionless pins, everywhere pin supports have been shown. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Supports are also hinge and roller supports. That's also fine. And then they are loaded only at joints. And nothing is mentioned about the self-weight in the problem statement. And therefore, we say the structure satisfies all the conditions required for a truss to satisfy. And therefore, it is a truss. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And what is the question that is asked? Find forces in all members. That is what is asked. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Find forces in all members. Before we understand this statement, let us try and understand the consequence of a structure being a truss. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Students are joining very late to the class. Please ask them to join on time. Now, uh, let us have a look here. What is the consequence? So for understanding the consequence, let me draw free body diagram of a joint pin at A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is a digress. This is not the solution of problem. This is digress. I am trying to understand. I am trying to imbibe some conceptual knowledge about the truss. And therefore, this is digress. I am going to draw free body diagram. Free body diagram of what? Joint pin at A. That means at A you have how many members meeting? Tell me.
Sir,
You
4.
have member AB, member AC. Are you with me?
Yes,
Then
sir.
you have member DA,
Yes,
something
sir.
like this, and member EA. Are you with me?
Yes,
All
sir.
these members, I am going to have a hole here, drilled hole here. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
These holes are going to superimpose over one another and through which we are going to pass a frictionless pin. Happy?
Yes, sir.
If that is the case, now I am drawing free body diagram of pin at joint A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Of pin at joint A. So what is free body diagram? Free the body from all external agencies and show what the external agencies must have been doing. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us draw the pin at A like this. This is the pin at A. I have freed it from all external agency. All members are external to this pin. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me draw what member AB must have been doing. Oh, okay. Instead of drawing the free body diagram of pin at A, let us first draw free body diagram of member AD. Member AD. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how does the free body diagram of member AD look like? So I have freed the member from all external agencies. This is joint D. This is joint A. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now at joint A, how many members are meeting? Tell me. Member AB,
Member
member
AE,
AE, member
AC.
AC. Do you agree
Uh,
with me?
Yes, sir.
And member
AD.
AD. These are the members that are meeting. Out of this, which are the members which are external to member AD? AB is external, AE is external, and AC is external. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
These three members are going to apply some forces on the joint pin. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And that pin in turn is going to translate that force to member AD. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let us say this is the force applied by member. I am drawing it in a very crude way. This is the force applied by member AE. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then let us say this is the force applied by member AC. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Then let me say the force applied by member AB is something like this. FAB. My question is, can I replace all these forces by a single force? Are they concurrent forces?
Yes, sir.
So can I replace it by a single force?
Yes, sir.
And that single force, I am going to call it as force applied by pin at joint A on member AD. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is force applied by pin at joint A on member AD. So I am going to call it as PAD, FAD. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, at joint D, how many members are there? BD,
Yeah.
DE. These are the two members which are external to member AD. So they are going to apply forces on pin, and pin is going to transfer that force to member AD. So I will be showing a force here. This is the force applied by pin at joint D on member AD. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, is this a two force member?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is a two force member because the forces prevail, only two forces prevail at joint. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the condition for this member to be in equilibrium? I cannot have FPAD and pin at joint A, and this is pin at joint D. I cannot have these two forces randomly oriented. These two forces must be oriented along the member. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, what is the consequence of a structure being truss? If you draw free body diagram of any member, you will see that it can be in equilibrium only and only if the forces are directed along the member. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So these forces, by definition, we call them as axial forces. क्या कहते हैं? बोलो.
Axial forces.
Why do we call them as axial forces? Because they are directed along the axis of a skeletal member. We have defined what is the axis of a skeletal member. Axis of a skeletal member is along the length, joining centroids of cross sections. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
तो अगर AD member है तो उसका axis कैसे रहेगा? ये वाला रहेगा. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
If you are considering member EC, what is its axis? This one.
Yes.
Happy? So therefore, all the members in a truss, they will be subjected to only axial forces. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Forces along the axis. I hope you have understood what I am trying to say. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Two force member. अच्छा. So if I consider member AD, तो कौन से तरीके के forces हो सकते हैं? या तो forces ऐसे रहेंगे. देखो, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
या फिर उसके फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम में फोर्सेस ऐसे दिखेंगे. डू यू एग्री विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
The first pair of forces will put member AD in compression. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And the second pair of forces will put member AD in tension. Do you
Yes,
agree
sir.
with me? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So tensile axial force. अरे अभी तक लोग ज्वाइन हो रहे हैं. What is this? I am very disappointed with this type of behavior. कभी भी ज्वाइन होंगे क्या क्लास को? So axial forces, if they are positive, it means they are tensile. So tensile axial forces are called as positive. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And compressive axial forces are treated as negative. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Mind you, now each of the compressive or tensile force is a pair. It is not a single force. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
If the pair of equal and opposite forces is trying to contract the member, it is compressive. We give negative sign to that. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And if the pair of forces is trying to expand the member, we give positive sign to that and call them as tensile forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This sign convention is significantly different than the typical sign convention for a force. For example, let us say this is the member. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then this pair of forces together, we are going to call it as positive because it is going to put the member in tension. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this involves one force towards left and one force towards right. So by our typical sign convention, we will call this force as positive and this force as negative. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So when we are writing down the equations of equilibrium, we follow such kind of sign convention where we assign sign to a particular force. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But when you are talking about the force developed in the member, then it is due to the pair of forces and it is positive if it is tensile. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
ये पेयर के लिए साइन कन्वेंशन है. And now it will be negative if it is compressive. This pair together will be negative. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So in solving trusses, दो तरीके के साइन कन्वेंशन चलते रहेंगे. कौन कौन से? The first type of sign convention is usual upward force positive and towards right positive. ये जो हमेशा लेते हैं हम लोग, वो वाला. वो साइन
Yes, sir.
कन्वेंशन कब चालू रहेगा? When we are applying equations of equilibrium. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But when we are interpreting the nature of force in a particular member, at that time, the sign convention will be this, assigned to the pair of equal and opposite forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Great. अब और एक चीज, let us say this is force AB. Let me put my video on now. Is my video visible?
Yes, sir.
Now, just look at this pencil and tell me whether I'm applying tensile force or compressive force. You can't make out, right?
Yes, sir.
When will you be able to make out? When you give a cut in between. If there is a tendency of two hands going apart, I was applying tension. If there is a tendency of two parts overlapping over one another, I was applying the compression.
Compressive.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, the internal forces of the members will get exposed only and only when I cut the members. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
This is the another point that you have to note. Now let us revisit the definition of a truss. In most of the books, the definition is given as the structure where all the members carry only axial forces are called as trusses. This is useless definition. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This is not the definition. Definition is assembly of 1D or skeletal members which are straight, connected only at ends by frictionless pins and supported by either hinge support or roller support, loaded only at joints whose self-weight can be neglected, is a truss. If I find out a structure which satisfies all these conditions, its consequence is all the members do carry either axial compression or axial tension. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So have you understood the difference between a force and axial force?
Yes, sir.
A force is a single force that we talk about, and its sign convention is, let us say, if I call this as x-axis and this as y-axis, towards right force, I will be treating it as positive. This is the sign convention for force. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So when do we treat the force positive? When it is towards right or up. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This is the sign convention for a single force. But when I say axial force, it is pair of forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
That pair will involve one force in positive x direction, other force in negative y direction, negative x direction, so on and so forth. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that pair is positive if the pair of forces is trying to expand the member or extend the member. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
एंड व्हेन इट इज नेगेटिव इफ इट इज ट्राइंग टू कंप्रेस द मेंबर्स. तो अब तो ये तो समझ में आया कि ट्रस इस तरीके का स्ट्रक्चर है कि उसमें सिर्फ एक्सियल फोर्सेस रहते हैं. आर यू विद मी?
Yes, sir.
All the members are subjected to only axial forces. Axial forces means forces along the length of the member. Happy?
Yes, sir.
तो अब जरा प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट देखो क्या पूछा है, फाइंड फोर्सेस इन ऑल द मेंबर्स, व्हिच फोर्सेस, एक्सियल फोर्सेस, आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
तो क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, आई नीड टू फाइंड आउट मैग्नीट्यूड of force, axial force in all the members, as well as I need to find out its nature, whether it is compressive or tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us try to solve this problem, and for that we use something called as method of joints. Forces in all the members have been asked, and I am going to use method of joints. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What is this method of joints? So I'm not going to go into the theory of it. Instead, we will solve the problem and we will understand. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. So method of joints. What do we do in this method? The first thing that we do is we find out the reactions. ये जो ट्रस है इसके reactions हम find out करेंगे. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me copy this structure here. First step that we are going to do is we are going to find out reactions. So where are the reactions offered? Tell me.
At B and E.
B and
E.
no. Why at B and D?
E.
Where are
E.
the reactions? B and E. No. Those are active forces. Where
Okay.
are the reactions? Support कौन से है बताओ इसमें?
Oh, F and G. Sorry.
हाँ. So F and G are hinge and roller supports. They are going
Yes,
to
sir.
offer the reaction. Are you with
Yes,
me?
sir.
So to find out those reactions, what I need to do, I need to draw free body diagram of the entire truss. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to draw now free body diagram of truss. Happy? So what should I do? Free the truss from all external agencies. So I will have to free it from earth and I will have to show its self-weight. But is anything mentioned about the self-weight? No. And we are going to neglect the self-weight as per the assumption. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So therefore, self-weight is not to be shown. What else is to be shown? The forces of 15 kPas and 40 kPs, kilopounds. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
KIPS, that is kilopounds. These must be shown. Why these must be shown? Because they are applied by external body on the truss. Happy?
Yes, sir.
There may be some hook here to which the weight is attached, or a person may be climbing on this structure and that person's load is 40 KIPS, something else. But it is definitely not from from within the truss. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I should free the truss from these supports. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me free it from the supports. But now I will do that in mind. I will not free it here. That means I will not remove these supports. But in mind, I will assume that the supports have been removed. And I have to show what the supports must have been doing. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this hinge support, how many reactions can it offer? Tell me.
Sir, 2.
Only two force reactions which are orthogonal to each other. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I will call this axis as x-axis and I am going to call this axis as y-axis. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to call this reaction as fx because it is in x direction at joint F. And I am going to call this reaction as fy. Happy?
Yes, sir.
You can as well use the sign convention hf and vf. Horizontal reaction at F and vertical reaction at F. That's also is fine. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What else should I do? What else should I show? This roller support, how many reactions can it offer? It can offer only this reaction. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to call this as gy. Why did I show this gy upward, fy upward and fx towards right? Nothing, no compulsion. You can show it in the reverse way. It's all right. If negative sign emerges after the analysis, the originally assumed sense of the reaction is incorrect. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ये तो draw किया. Now how many unknowns are there? Tell me. These reactions are three. Three unknowns are there. And how many
Yes, sir.
equations of equilibrium do we have? Three.
3.
Summation fx equal to 0. So which equation should I apply first? Summation fx equal to 0 अगर मैंने apply किया तो मुझे fx directly मिल जाएगा. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So summation of all the forces in x direction must be equal to 0. This is the equation of equilibrium that I am applying, and that leads to this fx, happy,
Yes, sir.
plus 15 is equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the value of fx? Tell me.
Minus 15.
So it is minus 15 kilopounds. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, originally assumed sense of fx is incorrect and it must be towards left.
Yes, sir.
निगेटिव साइन का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो निगेटिव एक्स डायरेक्शन में रहेगा. नो, ओरिजिनली अज्यूम सेंस ऑफ एफएक्स इज इनकरेक्ट. तो
Yes,
उसके
sir.
विपरीत रहेगा, उसके अपोजिट रहेगा. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
But now, very crucial point. Though I know that it is towards left, एफबीडी में मैं उसका सेंस चेंज नहीं करूंगा. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
I will write this as minus 15. That's all I'm going to do. I will still consider it to be towards right, but with magnitude minus 50. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what next? Which equation should I use next?
Sum of
It's
all
better to
y
use summation of moments of all the forces about z-axis passing through F equal to 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
तो fx और fy का कुछ भी मोमेंट नहीं रहेगा. This 15 kips is going to have a moment. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And how much is that? 15 multiplied by 16. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
और किस तरीके का मोमेंट है? क्लॉकवाइज है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So I should give a negative sign. Happy?
Yes, sir.
माइंड यू, अभी जो साइन कन्वेंशन हम यूज कर रहे हैं वो टुवर्ड्स राइट पॉजिटिव, टुवर्ड्स अप पॉजिटिव, ऐसे यूज कर रहे हैं. आर यू विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
Because these are the sign conventions which are for single force and single moment. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the next thing that I am going to do? Tell me. और कौन से फोर्स का मूवमेंट है? Does 40 kips cause movement about F? Yes, it will.
Yes.
How much it is? 40
40 into 15.
into 15. And what is the nature?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So minus. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Does gy cause movement about F? Definitely. How much is the movement? Gy, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Multiplied by how much?
20.
20. Correct. And what nature of movement does it cause about F?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. So I'm going to treat it as positive. This must be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So quickly solve and tell me what is the value of gy.
Yes, sir.
It will be 15 into 16 plus 40 into 15. This entire divided by 20. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. 42, sir.
Okay. So this is 42 kilopounds. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And it has turned out to be positive. So what is the meaning of positive sign? It is not upward. That is not the meaning. Originally assumed sense of gy is correct.
Yes, sir.
What was originally assumed sense? Upward. So I'm going
Upwards.
to write it as upward. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this gy turns out to be how much? 42. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now what do I do? How do I apply? How do I find out fy? By applying the third equation. Summation fy equal to 0. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So what does that yield? Summation fy equal to 0 yields this minus 40. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Plus fy plus gy. gy upward है ना, तो plus
Yes.
लिखो. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Plus gy. And gy also, its magnitude also has turned out to be positive. So positive of positive remains positive. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
This must be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So how much how much was f?
GY
No.
was minus. GY was 42.
gy was 42. So how much is fy? Tell me.
Minus 2.
Fy is equal to
-2.
-2 KIPS, sorry, kilopounds. And as it is negative, therefore it is ought to be in the sense opposite to what was assumed. So what was assumed? It was assumed upward. It has to be downward. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So -2. एक बार ये क्रॉस वेरीफाई करना GY42 आ रहा है कि नहीं? Just once
Yes.
again cross verify.
Yes, sir.
Done?
Yes, sir. Just a moment. Yes, sir. It's 42.
It's 42. Okay. So we have found out all the reactions. This is the first step that we do in method of joints. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the next step that we are going to do? तो अब हम नेक्स्ट स्टेप कैसे करने वाले हैं जरा देखो. We are going to now choose a joint which has only 2 members connected. कौन सा joint है ऐसा बोलो जिसको दो ही मेंबर कनेक्टेड है. Either F or G. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Why are we going to do this? I will tell you in a short while. But सबसे पहले कौन सा जॉइंट सिलेक्ट करेंगे जहां पे सिर्फ 2 मेंबर्स कनेक्टेड है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2 मेंबर्स कनेक्टेड है. So I can start either with F or with G. At G there is only one reaction, so it is easy for me to start with G. So I will select joint G. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And now what I am going to do is I am going to draw free body diagram of joint pin at joint G. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So देखो क्या करने वाला हूं. FBD फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम ऑफ joint pin at G. Most of the books write it as a free body diagram of joint G. Hopeless. That's not correct. It is the free body diagram of pin that joins all the members at G. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
उसका फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाने वाले. तो free the body from all external agencies. So I have freed it from this roller support. I have freed it from member GE and I have freed it from member GC. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what does this roller support do on joint pin at G? It applies this upward reaction GY. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I will show that reaction. That is 42. Happy? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what does this member EG going to do on this joint pin, and what does member CG do on this joint pin at G is the question. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So we have already said when it is a truss, this member EG or CG is going to have forces directed along the axis of the members. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
और कोई फोर्स रहने वाला नहीं है. तो फिर मेंबर इजी जॉइंट पिन को या तो इजी के डायरेक्शन में पुल करेगा या फिर पुश करेगा. डू यू एग्री विथ मी?
Yes, sir.
As the forces in member EG are directed along the axis, so this member EG can either pull this joint or push this joint. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अगर मेंबर EG में कॉम्प्रेशन होगा तो वो इस पिन को पुश करेगा. डू यू एग्री?
Yes, sir.
अगर इस मेंबर में टेंशन होगा तो इस पिन को पुल करेगा. हैप्पी?
Yes. Yes, sir.
To begin with, we will assume that all the members have tension. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
तो therefore, अब जरा यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे मैं क्या दिखा रहा हूँ. I am going to show the force in member GE and I am going to call this as FGE. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
देखो FGE is directed along member GE. Why? Because trusses can have only axial forces in their members. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And FGE is shown pulling the pin. Why? Because I'm assuming that FGE is tensile. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
That is my assumption. To start with, I assume all the members are tensile in nature. All the member forces are tensile in nature. If negative sign shall emerge out of the analysis, then I will say the assumption was incorrect and the members were in compression. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is there another member at G? Yes, there is member GC. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what does this GC do on joint pin at G? It will apply a force in the direction of GC. It may be pulling the pin or pushing the pin, but along GC. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Why along GC? Because as I said earlier, and as I proved earlier, that in a truss, the forces can exist only along the axis of the member. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So I will show this to be pulling because I assume force in member GC is tensile in nature. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, is the free body diagram complete?
Hmm.
No. क्यों नहीं है complete? Because I need to give you this angle. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So how much is this angle? So let me call this angle as alpha. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And how much is that alpha? Tell me. Alpha equal to. Can I complete this right angle triangle here?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. ये कितना है डिस्टेंस 5 फीट
5.
और ये डिस्टेंस कितना है 10
9.
फीट सो व्हाट इज अल्फा tan इनवर्स ऑफ 5/10
Yes, sir.
हैप्पी so tell me how much is tan inverse of 5/10 this is the angle alpha
Yes, sir.
go ahead how much it is
Sir, 26.56.
26.56 degree do you agree with me
Yes, sir.
okay and now chalo if the truss is in equilibrium should the joint pin also must be in equilibrium
Yes, sir.
हाँ तो अगर जॉइंट पिन भी इक्विलिब्रियम में है तो अब जरा ये फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम देखो पिन का एंड टेल मी व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फोर्स सिस्टम डज इट फॉर्म कोप्लेनर देखो सारे फोर्सेस के लाइन ऑफ एक्शंस एक ही प्लेन में लाए हो रहे हैं डू यू
Yes.
एग्री विद मी
Yes, sir.
कोप्लेनर एंड कंकरेंट फोर्स सिस्टम
Yes, sir.
so if you have a coplanar and concurrent force system how many equations of equilibrium do make sense bolo
2.
only two summation fx equal to 0 and summation fy equal to 0 do you agree
Yes,
with me
sir.
हाँ तो अब जरा देखो इसमें अननोन कितने हैं हाउ मेनी अननोन्स आर देयर
2.
कौन से एफ जीई एंड एफ जीसी
FGC.
हाँ तो अब समझ में आया व्हाई डिड आई इंसिस्ट दैट यू शुड स्टार्ट विद अ पिन व्हिच हैज ओनली टू मेंबर्स कनेक्टेड
Yes, sir.
because then only we can apply two equations of equilibrium and solve for two unknowns happy
Yes, sir.
For example, if I draw the free body diagram of joint pin at A, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 unknowns. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Force in member AB, AD, AE and AC will be unknowns. So 4 unknowns cannot be solved with two equations. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, I insisted that you should choose a pin which has only two members connected. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Oh. So let us now systematically apply this equation. Which equations do you think? Which equation do you think should I apply first?
Hmm.
Bolo.
Along the
Summation fx equal to 0
equal to 0.
because it will involve only one unknown. Happy?
Yeah.
And to my surprise, what does that equation yield? FGE,
Sin
bolo,
alpha.
FGE
Sin
sin
alpha.
alpha. What is alpha? 26.56.
26.
Sin alpha क्यों समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
And it will be negative because it is towards left. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. तो ये कितना? बोलो. This has to be 0. That sine of 26.56 cannot be 0. So we don't have any option than saying FGE must be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Such a member which carries neither tension nor compression carries a zero force. We call it as zero force member. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Zero force member. तो FGE तो 0 हो गया. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now summation Fy equal to 0 gives me what? Now
For-
tell me.
42 plus
FGC F
FGC plus
plus
42.
42. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And
Fe
plus
for Fe
plus
cos alpha.
FGE
Cos alpha.
cos of alpha must be equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
But what is FGE? It is 0.
0
So what do I get? I get FGC as
minus 42.
minus 42 आया. इसका मतलब क्या है बोलो?
जो हमने पहले डायरेक्शन इंडिकेट किया था वो सही नहीं है.
Nah. That's what. So now we are not looking at the equation of equilibrium.
Yes,
Direction
it's
nahi. The sense.
compression. Yes.
Sense. We
Sense.
assumed FGC to be tensile, but this negative sign indicates that therefore it is compressive in nature. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Compressive in nature means it is going to push the pin. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mind you, I am never going to show it compressive. That means pushing the pin in any of the free body diagrams. I will always show it pulling, but with magnitude minus 42. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So we have found out now forces in two members. कौन से दो members में forces find out किए हमने बोलो?
EG and CG.
So what I am going to do is side by side, I am going to draw a diagram and I am going to diagrammatically represent the forces on these members. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me do that. तो कौन से मेंबर्स के फोर्सेस मिले हैं बोलो? FEG. What is the force in member FEG? It is 0. So I show it as 0 force member. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What is the force in member GC? Tell me.
Minus 42.
So while writing, I can either write minus 42 tensile or I can show it here as 42 kilonewton KIPS, sorry. Are you with me?
Yes,
and compressive in nature. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So I have shown the force on this member. Now, what should I do next? अब जरा यहाँ पे देखो, look at joint C. How many members are meeting at joint C? Tell me.
3.
कौन से?
CA, CE and CG.
Out of that, do I know the force in member CG?
Yes, sir.
So can I solve for other two unknowns?
Yes, sir.
So अब क्या करना चाहिए? Naturally, I should be drawing free body diagram of joint pin at C. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I will do next. Free body diagram. We will solve this and then we will stop for today. Free body diagram of joint pin at C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
How does that free body diagram look like? So this is pin C. In that we are going to have force CG. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And I am going to show it tensile. So it is going to pull the pin. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So देखो, if you look at this free body diagram, FCG is shown upward, but still it is tensile because it is pulling the pin at
Yes,
G.
sir.
समझ में आ रहा है? Don't get confused. The pin is at C, but it has to pull this pin. Therefore, it will be downward. So downward, upward sign convention is not going on. Tensile and compressive sign convention is going on. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So I assume that FCG is tensile. Therefore, it must pull the joint pin at C. Happy?
Yes, sir.
But what is the magnitude? With magnitude minus 42G, minus 42 KIPS. Happy?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm going to write. I am not going to show it pushing the pin. No, never. I will show it with negative sign. Happy? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what does the member AC do on pin at C? If it is subjected to tensile force, it is going to pull the pin in direction AC. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to call this as FCA. and you are also going to have FCE. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I will show that as FCE. Is the free body diagram complete? No, far from it. We have to show the angles. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let me call this angle as alpha 1. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And let me call this angle as alpha 2. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Now, how much is alpha 1 and how much is alpha 2? Can you tell me that?
Mhm.
That's easy. Dekho,
Yes.
I am going to complete this triangle, right angle triangle.
Yes, sir.
Happy? So, how much is this distance? This is 10 feet.
10.
This total is 20. So, therefore, this distance is also 10 feet. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So, ये distance कितना हुआ? 10 feet. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And what is this vertical distance? 4.
4.
So, what is alpha 1? Alpha 1 is tan inverse of 4 by 10.
10.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me write down that angle here. This is alpha 1 and alpha 1 is equal to tan inverse of,
4 by 10.
tell me, 4 by
10.
10. Right? And
Yes.
now this is angle alpha 2. I have to write down alpha 2. So how do I write that? So let us have a look at this one. Can I complete right angle triangle like this? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
How much is this distance? It is 6 feet.
6. Yes, sir.
And how much is this distance? 5 feet.
5.
So is it tan inverse of 6 by 5?
Yes, sir.
So can I write it as tan inverse of 6 by 5? Now can you tell me alpha 1 and alpha 2 both angles?
Sir, alpha 1 is 21.80
21.80
and alpha 2 is 50.19.
50.19 degree. Very good. Now कितने अननोन है इस एफबीडी में?
2.
So what should I do first? Which equation should I apply first? Now it is not going to matter. Whichever equation I apply, I am going to have two unknowns, FCA and FCE, both, because both are having both components, X and Y. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let us write down the first equation. I will call this as X. I will call this as Y. Which sign convention? Sign convention for a single force. Summation Fx equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
चलो बोलो कैसे आएगा इक्वेशन? माइनस
FCA CE cos
into cos alpha 2. So that is cos of 50.19. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
बोलो next minus
FCA
हाँ बोलो.
cos of 21.8.
Why minus sign? Because sign convention of a single force towards left in opposite direction to x, therefore negative. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
21.8 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This must be equal to 0. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first equation that we get. What is the second equation? Summation Fy equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And how does that equation look like?
Minus
FCE
sin 50.19.
sin 50.19. Bolo.
Minus 42.
No, plus FCA. Follow the sequence.
FCA cos of 21.8.
Sin of
28.8.
Sin of 21.8. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
And
And
FCG is downward.
Yes.
So I will write minus FCG.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
agree? This must be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
But what is the value of FCG? Tell me.
minus 42.
So minus of minus will become plus here. Do you agree
Yes,
with
sir.
me? This is minus 42. So minus of minus will become plus here. But when it goes on right hand side, it will again become minus. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the equation that I have in hand? This must be equal to minus 42. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
देखो very important. ये माइनस साइन मैंने क्यों दिया? Because FCG is downward, so minus. But when I substituted FCG, it is minus 42. So minus of minus 42 will become plus. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And when it goes on right hand side, it will again become minus. So this is equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now I encourage you to solve this equation on Calc and tell me the value of FCE and FCA, and then we stop.
Yes, sir.
FCE and FCA. Chalo, I will solve this with you. So let us go to calculator. Mode. In that I have to go to equation mode. 1 minute. Then minus cos of 50.19. Ensure that your calculators are in degree mode. Then minus cos of 21.8. This is equal to 0. Then next equation minus sine of 50.19. This is equal to minus sine of 21.8, and this is minus 42. So how much did you get? Yes,
Sir, sir, I'm trying, sir.
Okay. Anyone else who has got the answer? I don't know whether my calculator is in degree radian mode or degree mode, but what I have got is 82.82 KIPS kilo pounds, and FCA is equal to minus 56.55. Has anyone got these answers? Chalo, Shaunak, have you got these answers?
So doing the calculation.
Do it quickly. CE and AC. So what do I get? AC is negative. That's correct.
Yes, sir. FCA is minus 56.75.
Okay. And FCE is?
FCE is, sir.
Are you not solving directly on the equation mode? You should solve that way.
Okay.
But anyway, answer is okay, right?
Yes, sir.
So FCE has turned out to be, somebody else also please confirm, FCE has turned out to be positive. Therefore, it is tensile in nature. Are you with me? And FCA has turned out to be compressive. Therefore, originally assumed sense is incorrect, and therefore it has to be compressive. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the answer. So we have now found out forces in members CA and AE. Now, if you look at joint A, there are only two unknowns: BAF, forces in members BA and AD. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the next thing? I will draw the free body diagram of joint at A. Then you can either draw the free body diagram of joint pin at D or B, and you can proceed. And this way, you will be able to find out forces in all the members of trusses. This method of successively drawing free body diagrams of joint pins is called as method of joints. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will continue with this problem in the next class. Let us stop today. Others, please cross verify with if the answers that I specified are correct. Now we have ventured 7 minutes after 12:30, so we will also start 5 minutes late. So we will, instead of 1:30, we will start at 1:35. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So all the batches, M1, M2, M3, M4, all the batches will join for the lab session. I will share the link shortly.
What about the attendance link?
Yes, so attendance link I will be sharing during the practical lab session itself. So you will fill 2 attendances, one for lab and one for this one. How many students are there? 43 students are there. So only those students should mark their attendance.
Okay, sir.
So you can
Thank
you,
leave
sir.
the class now if you don't have any doubt. If someone has a doubt, you can ask.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.